And find a position where your feet are about inner hip width, or no, hip width apart. Feet on the ground. And then bring your hands in front of your heart. You can actually lay both hands on your heart. So the center of the heart, the energetic heart. Sense your feet moving into the earth, supported by the earth. In fact, from the center of your pelvis down into the toes and beyond the toes. And the more we yield to the earth, we release down through the legs and the feet, the more we're able to move up towards the sky. So from the center of the pelvis is an upward movement beyond the crown of the head up towards the sky. So just like we have the poles of the earth, we have poles within ourselves. And you might want to sense also gratitude, the gratitude for having this body, for being able to move, being able to sense the feet and to reach up to the sky. Conduit between heaven and earth. And then release your arms down. And we're going to use the back of the hands and tap the kidney area. So from the lower ribs, along the lower back, and then all the way down the sacrum towards the tailbone, although we won't actually be able to touch it, and then back up again. So find which position of the hands works for you, find a rhythm. They say that our energy storehouse in Chinese medicine is here in the kidney, so we can activate it and recharge it here. So going all the way up the back and all the way down. So it's not just at one point. So we move up as far as you can and then down as far as you can. Super. And then from here, we're going to make soft fists and bring them to the outside of the hips. This is going to help us in all the postures afterwards. And then here into the groin. And now I invite you to find a rhythm. So we're going to bend the legs and tap, and then straighten the legs. Bend, straighten, bend, straighten, bend, straighten. So really tap here. So it's a bit higher than the groin, but just where the, before the pubic symphysis. So find a rhythm, bending, straightening, bend, straightening. And then to the outside of the legs, the hands are going to open now. We go down the gallbladder meridian. It's also the way the energy will flow in our asanas. So down the outside and then up the inside. Down the outside, up the inside. One last time, down the outside, up the inside. And then release the hands, palms facing forward. You might sense a tingling, a warmth in the hands, maybe also in the lower back body. Now we're going to widen our stance, keep the feet parallel. And here we're going to look at this side movement. So often our bodies are constricted here and we don't have very much length in the waist. So we're going to move our weight to the left knee and then bend the knee and then let the body follow, and then straighten the left leg, bend the left knee and let the upper body follow. So as if you were moving here in water, then to keep the arms by our sides first, the head then continues to follow. So you can close your eyes and just sense the impulse which comes from the foot and then lets the upper body move. Yes, you can really bend one knee and then really bend the other. And now we'll bring our hands to the thighs and the movement continues. So our spine is undulating from side to side. So rather than forward, it's really from side to side. Tongue is loose and relaxed. Teeth are relaxed. And then come to center. Both legs are straight. Bow forward. Legs are straight. Release anything that does not serve you. The earth will recycle. Release the neck down. Imagine even you could bring the crown of the head to the earth. At the same time, you try to straighten your legs, lifting the sit bones up towards the sky. So the rivers on the back legs will open. The dams will open, gateways will open. And then gently bend your knees, coming up to standing, the arms moving up by the side, arms all the way up to touch the sky. And then exhaling the arms down to your side. We're going to do the same lateral movement now again. So shift the weight, upper body will then follow. First you shift the weight and then the upper body will follow. And really release the neck. So the head is actually the last to move. So it moves only when the back leg or one leg is completely straightened, the other completely bent. And keep this as loose as you can. You can close your eyes to come into the movement. And your hands just behind your knees, they'll be sliding up and down the thighs as you move from side to side. And then next time you're in the center, we're going to bow down forward, straighten the legs, touch the earth with your fingertips, lift up the back of the legs, lift up the sit bones, push the heels and the outside edge of the feet into the ground. You can even draw your kneecaps up. That's going to help you open the back of your leg. And then knees slightly bent, arms come up by your sides, reaching up towards the sky. And then palms come down. One last time, swaying from one side to the others. If you were a leaf or a flower, one of these beautiful flowers in the wind. So nice and flexible. And then next time you come to center, last time we're going to bow forward, reach up through the back of your legs, crown of the head comes down, kneecaps lift, outside edge of your feet goes into the earth. And then gently bend your knees, arms come up by your sides, reach up towards the sky. And then exhale your hands down, palms facing forward. Take a moment to sense maybe the tingling, the rivers inside moving. Now we're going to come to the front of the mat, have a block. Have actually both your blocks ready. And now the feet will be inner hip width apart, so not too close, not too far. Find the Goldilocks zone for your feet. On the next inhale, arms come up towards the sky, your eyes move up. On the exhale, bow forward, head to knee. Crown of the head comes forward on the inhale. Right leg moves back. And the right foot is going to come directly parallel to the back end of the mat. So warrior 2 feet. Bend the front knee. And then dial the right arm up. And then the left arm. And find your warrior 2 position. So front knee is bent, knee comes towards the outside, back leg is long, and the arms as if they were floating on soft white clouds. So nice and easy. You look over the front hand. Front knee is nicely bent. Back hand to the back thigh. Open the front hand up and we move backwards into reverse warrior. Beautiful. Reaching through the fingertips and then coming back up, the front arm, left arm goes to the outside of the left foot. You can use a block here. Place the hand on the block and then the right arm comes across the horizon and you look into the palm of your hand. Beautiful. So feel the whole length of the body from the outside edge of the back foot to the fingertips here. And then next inhale, push through the feet to come back up into warrior 2. Super. And then cartwheel the arms or windmill the arms. So back arm comes up, you turn the back foot, both hands down to the ground, and the front leg goes back and we find ourselves in plank. So fingertips are wide apart, shoulder blades are drawing away from each other, back of the heart lifts up, kneecaps lift up, and you sense the center of your body. And then knees to the earth, sit back onto your heels, arms long forward in child's pose. You can place your forehead to the ground. And then from here up onto all fours and then release the body down all the way onto the earth. So first time here we're going to do cobra. Dial the elbows in and the hands out and ride the next inhale up into cobra. Back of the neck stays long. On the next exhale, you come down and then up onto all fours and back into downward facing dog. Downward facing dog, always take your time to really sense into the length of the fingers, spread the hands, create space between your armpits and your elbows and your wrists and your fingertips. You can keep your knees bent if you wish. Remember you have lightness underneath the navel, so the navel's not drooping down. It's as if it too were on a cloud and it lifts up. Eyes come forward, left leg rises to touch the sky. Lengthen the left leg as if it were an arrow. Place the right heel down towards the ground. Your eyes stay forward. And then left knee into the navel, left foot forward, right foot follows, bow down deeply. Pushing through your feet, ride the inhale up, arms come up, and exhale your hands in front of you. Next inhale, arms come up, eyes move up. Exhale, touch the earth, head to knee. Crown of the head reaches forward. Left foot comes back. place the foot parallel to the back of the mat. Bend the front knee. Right arm reaches, left arm reaches forward and back. And then find yourself here in Warrior Two. Strong position, your eyes clear, your direction clear, the arms light. Back hand onto back leg, turn the front palm, open up here into reverse warrior. Beautiful, super. And then coming forward, back hand comes to the outside of the front foot. Use a block if you like. Back arm across the horizon and all the way forward, looking into the hand. Feel the length here between the outside edge of your left leg and your fingertips. You can push into the back leg just a little bit more and notice how you lengthen. And then we're going to come back up into Warrior Two. Super. And then turn, eyes go first. They're going to tell us the direction. Cartwheel your arms down, turn the back foot into plank. Take a moment here. So each time plank even becomes more comfortable, pushing through the hands to separate the shoulder blades from one another. And then knees to the earth, sit back onto your heels. And then coming up onto all fours and lay your body down. Now your option could be to stay in Cobra, or you take the blocks close to you and bring them sort of on the height of your chest, hands on the blocks. And we're going to move up into upward facing dog. So what we did the last time. Reach your heart forward. And then from here, either back onto all fours and up into downward facing dog, or curl over your toes, lift up through the navel, back into downward facing dog. You could keep your hands on the blocks if you're sure that they won't slip. And you'll notice that the downward facing dog feels different if your hands are on the blocks. Eyes come forward. Right leg rises to touch the sky. Right foot forward. Left foot follows, bow down deeply. On the next inhale, ride the wave of the breath up, arms come up. And exhale your hands to your heart. Okay, we're going to do this sequence one more time. So it's your option if you'd like to use the blocks or not. I leave it up to you. Next inhale, arms come up, eyes move up. Exhale, touch the earth, head to knee. Crown of the head comes forward. Right leg comes back, foot parallel, preparing for Warrior Two. Dial your arms up. Find the Warrior Two position, so you really sit down here. Reverse warrior, back hand to the back leg, open up. And then into Parsva Konasana, the side long stretch. Super, arm over your head. Feeling the whole length of the body, upper body twists open. From here, we come back up into Warrior Two. Super. And then we're going to move into plank. So make your own transitions, nice and smooth, as if it were another Qigong practice. Very gentle transition back into plank. And then knees to the earth. Sit back into child's pose. Lengthening the side body, lengthening your arms. And then come up onto all fours and lay your body down for Cobra, or you might want to directly take the blocks under your hands and move from all fours on the blocks into an upward facing dog. Okay, so it's your option. And if you know upward facing dog, I invite you to bring the blocks slightly further back so that the upper body is really reaching forward and the arms come back. Okay, so your option here, beautiful. And then you can come back onto all fours and back into downward facing dog, or from here, lift through the navel, roll over the toes, back into downward facing dog. Hands on blocks or on the mat, as you wish. Eyes come forward, left leg rises towards the sky. Left foot comes forward, right foot follows, bow down deeply. And on the next inhale, arms come up, eyes move up, you touch the sky. And on the exhale, you return to center. Ready for the other side. Next inhale, arms come up. Next exhale, touch the earth. Crown of the head reaches forward. Left leg moves back. Left foot parallel. As we come up and transition into warrior two. Reverse warrior, back hand to back leg. Open the side waist. And then from here into the long side stretch. Right hand to the outside of the right foot. Left arm across the horizon. And then push into the back foot to feel the length all the way through the fingertips. And from here, arms windmill themselves up into warrior two. And from here, we come into plank. So find your transition with the arms, with the legs to move back into plank. Sense the strength of the center of the body. This activates all the core muscles. And then knees to the earth. Sit back into child's pose on upturned toes. And then from here, your variation. So either on all fours and down onto the mat to come up into cobra, or you might want to have your hands on the blocks and go into upward facing dog. And we'll come back together by moving into downward facing dog. It can be on all fours and then back, or directly back from upward facing dog. Take a moment here in downward facing dog to again find length in the side body. Possibly straighten the legs, but they can also remain slightly bent. And then your eyes come forward as the right leg rises to touch the sky. The leg is like an arrow, left heel grounds a little bit more. And then knee into navel, foot comes forward, left leg follows, bow down deeply. And pushing through your feet, move up your arms towards the sky and exhale into the center of your heart. And then bring your hands to your hips. Step your right leg back and find warrior two position. Okay, your hands can remain here on your hips first, and then you open your arms out. We'll move into reverse warrior. Super. And now straighten the front leg. And we'll come into triangle, so feel free to use your block at its highest height here if you wish. And then open, see if you can straighten the front leg and really be here in a triangular position. Super. Upper hand comes back to the waist, hand on the waist. Look forward, bend your front knee, and from here we'll transition into Ardha Chandrasana, or the half moon. Okay, so feel free to use the wall if you wish. So it's actually as if we were in triangle, but on the side. And then you can lift the back arm up, maybe lift your back leg a little bit higher. Super. And then hand comes down, eyes come down, bend the front, the back, the knee that's up, right knee. Bring the knee in towards the left knee, and then place both feet on the ground, bow down deeply. And then pushing through your feet, come up into standing. So here you'll probably notice there's a difference between right and left side. There's an obvious change or stretch or lengthening on the right side. And then we'll do the other side. So left leg goes back, hands to the waist. Find your warrior two position first. Then outstretch the arms. And then we'll come into reverse warrior. And then straighten the front leg and find triangle position here. Super. Pressing the feet into the ground and noticing that strong legs create space throughout the rest of the body. And then top hand to the waist, eyes come forward, and then we're coming into half moon pose on the other side. So right leg is now the standing leg, left foot reaches back and up. And find the perfect position for the front hand. And if you find this easy, then just release the front hand. So you're basically balancing in midair. Beautiful. Yes. And then front hand, then top hand, left hand to the waist. Bend the left leg, left knee into the right knee, towards the right knee, and then place the left foot down, bow down deeply. And pushing through your feet, come up to standing, arms come up towards the sky. And then exhale, your hands in front of your heart. Both arms come up towards the sky. Exhaling, hands towards the earth, fingertips towards the earth. Right foot goes back, right knee on the ground. And now here you have an option. So what I'd like to do is the pigeon pose. So if it's okay for your knee, you're going to walk the left foot behind the left wrist and have the left knee come down behind the left wrist, and then reach the right leg back all the way. Now if this is not possible for your knee, you can just stay in the sort of lizard pose here. Otherwise, I invite you to come into the one-legged pigeon pose. And then if you're here, just walk your hands back, keeping strength in the lower body. So you're lifting as if there were a fountain in the lower body. And actually it's a back bend here. So see if you can find a back bend. Beautiful. And then coming back, both hands to the ground. Front leg goes back into plank. And then left knee to the ground, right knee behind the right wrist, and right foot is going to move behind the left wrist, and then we release the back leg back. So we move or shimmy the back leg back. Back of the foot is on the ground. And again, if this is difficult, you just keep the right foot up. And then from here, with strength in the pelvic floor, with an uplift here, you can move into a back bend. Beautiful. And then gently coming back. Front leg goes back into plank. And then bring your knees on the ground. Sit back into child's pose. Come up onto all fours and then sit over to the left. Bring your legs forward. Feet on the ground, knees are bent, we're seated. Arms come forward, and then gently roll the upper body back till you're lying on your back. And when you're lying on your back, I invite you to press the elbows into the ground, lift your shoulder blades up, and then move them down, and then release the upper back down. Bring your feet a little bit closer towards you. Lift your pelvis up, a couple of centimeters just, and then release the pelvis down. Your arms will move out shoulder height, elbows bent, and then palms facing upwards. Let both knees move to the right. And then without moving the left foot, just push the left foot a little bit into the ground so that you feel a lengthening through the whole left side and your body sort of curving on the left. And then release, knees come back to center and then roll over to the right hand side. Push into the inner edge of the right foot without moving it, just an impulse here to open the whole right side of the body. Come back to center, we'll do the same on the left side. So knees towards the right, and you push the inside of the left foot into the ground. Back to center, knees to the left, inside of the right foot, push into the earth. And then come back to center. Stretch out your right leg and then the left leg. Let your arms find a comfortable position alongside the body without touching it. Close your eyes gently. And observe your body at every instant being filled with life force energy through the breath. So all the energy that's around us, all the vitality that we see in nature, especially at this season, we can also invite into our bodies. We can invite the chi or the life force energy, the prana, into our bodies. So the whole body is breathing, the pores of your skin open to receive the breath, they filter it and bring it into every single cell of your body. tongue is relaxed. Your eyes sink back into their watery oceans. Your jaw relaxes. And the whole body is relaxed from the crown of the head all the way down to the feet. And each new inhale coming up through the soles of your feet, maybe, from the earth all the way through to the crown of the head. On each exhale, from the crown of the head back down to the feet, you release anything that does not serve you. Any tension that prevents you from sensing this inner state of freedom. And release your body completely into trust. Trust always comes from being in the present moment. So any ideas or thoughts you may have for the day ahead, just let them flow out with the exhale from the crown of your head, from this thinking center all the way along the body out through the feet. Knowing that when we trust, everything will happen at the right time, in the right moment. And all that the earth needs is our undivided presence, our witnessing. Anytime you catch your mind again, draw the inhale in through the feet. Then prana, life force energy fill you up. Possibility. At the exhale, take whatever's moving in this thinking mind out through the length of the body, out through the soles of the feet. And the next inhale, I invite you to really fill the body up. So big inhale. And then the exhale through an open mouth. Imagining the exhale moving right through the body, through the bottom of the feet. 2 more times. Big inhale. Long exhale through an open mouth. And then bend both knees, bring the feet on the ground first, and then the knees in towards you. Hold the knees with both hands, or it could be one knee in either hand, and then let the knees come a little bit away from you, so it's not the lower back on the ground, but just the pelvis, and then roll here from side to side. So we're rolling along the pelvis, and the lower back is free from the ground. So you don't want to roll too much on the lumbar vertebra. Moving gently from side to side. And then let both knees come over towards the right. Take a moment on your side before gently pushing yourself up into a seated position. Your left palm, Shiva Lingam Mudra, the left palm in front of the navel, palm facing upwards. And the right hand will form a fist, the thumb will remain pointing up towards the sky, and this fist will lay in the center of your palm. Making sure your shoulders are relaxed. This is a mudra that reminds us of the polarity of earth and sky, of non-action and action, of finding a beautiful balance between them both. Gratitude for this body, the shelter we have, and the peace we live in. And we witness and stay present with all the suffering that is happening in the world right now. And peace on earth begins within. Is finding equilibrium between action and non-action.
Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
very welcome to remain here in the presence of presence itself. Remain in meditation another few moments. Thank you so much for taking time this morning to be here.